Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Down to Earth Astronomy. It's Monday. Let's take a look at what's been going on with Elite and on the channel. First of all, there are two major things that happened. Last week, of course, we had the whole game award show thing where Frontiers showed off what they called their new gameplay video. With that also came the pre-order for Odyssey, which is currently live both in the Frontier store as well as on Steam. I'm gonna come back to the whole pre-order here in a minute, and I want to focus on the video first. So Frontiers already prior to the game show announced that they were gonna do a gameplay video, and there's been a lot of stuff surrounding this video, and I actually had a guy, Mark, he reached out to me and asked why I didn't do a video on it. And there's been a lot of stuff surrounding that video, and it's been a little bit of a mess. So I just want to go over what's been going on. The video that we then got during the game show is, in my mind, not a gameplay video. What we see is some third-person camera shots, like what we can do in-game with the free camera. And while they did label this in-game footage, and while you can absolutely do those shots in-game, it is all with a cinematic camera. It's not doing actual gameplay. If somebody went out and said they would do a gameplay video from Elite, I wouldn't expect just to see third-person camera shots of ships flying in and out of stations and flying around on planets and planet rings or whatever. I would expect to see some menus. I would expect to see the HUD that we're flying around with. We didn't see that in the video. We did see some first-person videos, clips in it, but all the HUDs were disabled. And in my mind, that makes this a cinematic video. A very good cinematic video, don't get me wrong. I think it's a very well-made video. It was really good and it looked stunning. Absolutely stunning. If we can get something that looks like that in Elite, I'm gonna be blown away. So don't get me wrong, I think it was an amazing video. I think it was very well done, but a gameplay video it was not. But that is of course a minor thing. There is one other thing that kind of gave a lot of people some trouble, and that is the fact that the video had a backtrack of Space Odyssey from David Bowie. Now, great choice for music. It was very well chosen for this, I think. Fit perfectly both for Odyssey, fit well for the video, I think. But of course, the problem is that in order for Frontier to have done that, they have gone out, they got the license to use that song, and then had their channel whitelisted so that they wouldn't get a copyright strike. But any live streamers that were live streaming the event themselves and maybe doing commentary, their own commentary on it, or who wanted to, content creators like myself maybe, who wanted to use the video afterwards, well, we had to mute it and play it with no sounds. It takes a lot away from the video. You can do stills from the video, of course. You can take a single screens from it and you can show those, you can talk about those, but you couldn't show the video, because we'll have to mute it, or we have to try to recreate the sounds maybe from other clips they've shown in the past, but at the end of the day, it's just not going to look any good. Some of the live streamers that were live streaming it ended up getting a copyright strike based on it, and it's really unfortunate. While I do understand that you wanted to take that song in because it worked well with the video, it's also a little bit unfortunate when you have something that is being rebroadcast or people want to use it in videos. And to Frontier's credits, this was brought up by quite a few content creators and live streamers that this was an issue, and then later on a version without the song overlaid was then made available so you can go in. But at that point, we're getting so close to me recording Hello Dave that I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do a dedicated video on it, I'm just going to do it Hello Dave. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who had the opinion that while the video was good, it was not a gameplay video, because just a few days after the video was released, Frontier posted a number of screenshots over in the forums where we did have the HUDs and they went over the different HUD elements. Overall, I like the UI. I think it's going to fit well within the whole design mantra or design language or whatever you use for Elite. And some interesting things is it shows clearly that this has been designed not just with first-person shooters in mind, but also as a exploration UI. We could see at the top of it that there were a compass. We had the current coordinates on the planet also showing stuff that you don't necessarily need for a combat scenario, but for an exploration scenario, that is absolutely crucial that you have those part of the interfaces available. There are also more combat style elements, like of course your shields and your health and a mini-map and those kind of things. But apart, of course, in my opinion, the problems with the missing UIs and the copyright issues for other people, then I think it was a great video. It is nice that we still get the information flowing, and we're still waiting for the next dev diary. I'm expecting we're going to see a dev diary this year, so time's running short on that, but we'll have to see. I hope we're going to get a second dev diary this year with a little bit more information. Now, with the launch of this gameplay video also came the pre-orders for Odyssey. You can right now either get the pre-orders from the Frontier store, or you can get it on Steam. It's currently not available for consoles. It is coming. I don't know when, but I know that it is coming at some point. You can either get it the normal pre-order for Odyssey for $40 US, or you can get the Alpha Deluxe expansion for $55 US. With the Deluxe Alpha, the main thing you get is you get access to the alpha test. So there will be a paid closed alpha test of Odyssey at some point. Exactly when, I don't know yet. Now, there was a little leak on the launch day, a full launch day for Odyssey, not just the alpha beta tests. I'm not sure how to judge it. It's a little difficult. It was on Steam. When you went in, you could buy the pre-order. It would show as the product being available on the 21st of April. This was then immediately raised to Frontier saying, is this official? Is this the launch day for Odyssey? Are we looking end April for launch of Odyssey? To which the reply was that until they come out officially with a forum post or in a video and gives a launch day for Odyssey, until then there's nothing official, and the date that was previously shown in the Steam order page has now been removed. I don't know if that was just a random placeholder day that they put in there that was then removed, obviously, or if it was the actual day that someone put in there that they're currently planning. But that information was there, and people are now speculating whether we are actually going to look at a launch at end April. Now, after the pre-order became available, it didn't come without its own little hiccups. If you went in and you bought the pre-order for Odyssey on Steam, it would download a 6GB patch and brick your launcher. To the point where, well, when you opened up your launcher, it says your launcher version was out of date, and it prompted you to download the standalone client. This meant that you now have to go and get the secondary client installed, and that meant a new launcher. That meant a new copy of Elite that needs to be installed as well. So you would now have to have two copies, and you couldn't launch at all. What you had to do was, when later discovered, you could go in and you could disable the Odyssey part of it, and then you could verify your game files. It would find like 50 something files that were out of order, and it would re-download those older versions of the file. And that would then enable your browser or your launcher to work again. Frontier has said, I think, that it is now working. They have fixed the launcher issue, so you can now go and pre-order on Steam if you want to do that. I don't believe it gives any issues if you're using the standalone version of Elite to order through the Frontier store. I verified that if you go in and you disable the Odyssey pre-order in the settings in Steam and verify your game files, then your launchers will work again. I haven't tested the patch they have put out, whether that works as well, so I can't tell that for 100% just yet. I'll test that at some point. I had a lot of recording to do over the weekend, and I didn't want to end up with a brick launcher again. But if you are in this situation where you are considering to pre-order Odyssey from the Frontier store, then I do have an affiliate link. You can go to getelite.d2ea.com. There will be a link in the description. That will take you straight to the store, and then there's no discount on it, unfortunately, but I will get a small cut for the sale. Frontier is also doing a 12-day countdown towards Christmas that started Sunday. That means yesterday. So as of yesterday, every day you can log into your Elite Dangerous account, and it will reward you a number of free Arxs. I'm of course recording this on Sunday evening, and today we got 100 Arxs. I'm expecting the numbers to increase as we get closer and closer to Christmas. So there's some good chances to get yourself some free Arxs. You can buy yourself a nice paint job or whatever you're looking for to get with the Arxs you get through this event. So all you have to do is just log into your account, even if you have multiple accounts. So if you got one of the free accounts, for instance, on Epic, then log into both of them and then claim those 100 Arxs on both of the accounts. So I have 3 accounts. I'm logging in 3 times every day now just to get free Arxs, because why not? Finally, the live stream tomorrow. Of course, I'll be live streaming as usual, both here on YouTube and on Twitch, and it will be at 8 o'clock in-game time. The topic for tomorrow's live stream, I'm not even going to try to predict it, because the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, I've tried to want to do one thing and then something happened that was a little bit more interesting and then ended up doing something completely different. So you'll have to show up tomorrow if you want to see what the live stream is about. But that's going to be it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.